Hey, are you relocating to Bellevue, Washington? Listen up. Now, most people relocating to Bellevue for a tech job make the same mistake over and over. They look at the salary offer and think that they figured it all out. Now, they do not factor what life in here actually costs until they actually have signed a lease. Stay tuned until the very end as I share important nuggets for you to plan. And I also have some goodies at the end you need to know before you move. Now, Bellevue's cost of living runs approximately 43% above the national average. Yep. And housing is just the beginning. But here's the other side of that story that most people miss entirely. To begin, Washington state has no state income tax, which is a win. And for a tech worker earning about $200,000, give or take, that single fact puts roughly about $18,000 back in your pocket every year compared to, say, even California. Now today, I'm breaking down the numbers exactly about what living in Bellevue costs, what it gives back, and how to know if it actually makes sense for your household. Hey, Ravi Ramachandran with the Rams Group here. We are Seattle and Eastside Realtors, specializing in helping tech professionals and families relocate to Bellevue and the Seattle Eastside areas. And we are in these conversations every single day and can help you too. And before we get into the numbers, if you are evaluating a move to Bellevue and want a straight conversation about what your budget gets you in this market, feel free to reach out, direct message me, text me, or book a free, no obligation consultation using the Calendly link in the description below. Let's get the numbers together to help you. Now that said, let's get into it deeper. Now to begin with, Bellevue is one of the most expensive cities in Washington state. Yeah, and one of the most misunderstood as well. Now people see the price tags and stop there. And what they miss is the full equation, if you will. What the city gives back in schools, safety, and career density, as well as the tax structure. The median household income in Bellevue sits around $161,000, which tells you exactly who the city is built for. Now, the overall cost of living runs approximately 43% above the national average, as we discussed, with housing as the primary driver here. Now, a single tech worker needs roughly about $3,500 to $4,400 per month in living expenses. No, I'm not kidding. And a family of four is looking close to, say, about $7,800 to $8,000 per month. That said, here's what changes the math completely. Washington, for one, has no state income tax, zero. Now, a software engineer who earns, say, $200,000 pays no state income tax, which approximately saves about $18,000 over here than what the same engineer would have paid in California. Now, that is a real number that directly affects what your salary actually buys you when you land. Then, let's break down the four biggest cost categories that you need to understand before you commit to Bellevue. Okay? Housing, transportation, groceries, and what you get in return. Now, starting with housing, the single biggest variable in your Bellevue budget. The median home sale price in Bellevue is approximately $1.5 million based on Redfin data through May of 2026. Down about 11% year over year, as the high end has softened, now at 1.5 million with 20% down, and at today's rate of roughly about 6.5%, give or take. Your principal and interest per month is approximately about $7,500. And King County property taxes approximately are about 0.84% of the assessed value, and this is annual, plus insurance, HOA if there's one. And the total monthly ownership costs for a median Bellevue home runs roughly about $9,500 to $12,000 per month. Now, that said, if buying is not in your immediate plan, the average rent for an apartment in Bellevue ranges from about $2,700 to about $2,900 per month as of June 2026. Now, this is according to Rent Cafe, which is down about 1.5% from the same time last year. And a one bedroom runs approximately $2,500, and a three bedroom for a family, say, lands about $4,100. And that is the rental reality here, just to paint the complete picture. Ownership versus renting. Then, transportation is your next major cost. Now, Bellevue sales tax rate is 10.3% combined, one of the higher rates in Washington. And a monthly public transit pass runs anywhere around $105 to $110. Now, if you own a car, budget approximately $10,000 per year for insurance, gas, maintenance, and tolls. Now, the 520 bridge has tolls that adds up fast if you commute daily across it. I-90 bridge is an effective alternative for sure. Now, groceries in Bellevue run approximately 11% above the national average, according to pay scale. And healthcare costs run about 20% above the national average too. Now, these are real line items on your monthly budget. Not dramatic, but worth building into your planning before you arrive. So that said, here's where the calculation shifts for the right household. Now, Bellevue School District is ranked top 5 in Washington state, consistently one of the strongest public school systems in the Pacific Northwest, if you ask me. And crime rates are meaningfully lower than Seattle proper in Bellevue. And the tech career density here is extraordinary, unbelievable. Now, Amazon has approximately 14,000 employees in Bellevue, and it's expanding towards 25,000. That's an uphill curve. And OpenAI signed one of the largest AI company leases in this region in February of this year. Let's see how that shakes out. And Microsoft, by the way, is just minutes away in Redmond, the next local city to Bellevue. Now, for a household earning about $200,000 or more with school-age children, Bellevue's math genuinely works. And there is the no state income tax advantage on top as well, plus school district premium, and a career density that creates a value proposition that is hard to replicate anywhere else in the Pacific Northwest. Now, for a single renter or a household earning under $120,000 in Seattle or nearby Renton and Sammamish, those areas offer meaningfully better value per dollar spent than Bellevue. With all that background, right, the honest question is not whether Bellevue is expensive, it clearly is. The honest question is whether your specific household income, family stage, and career trajectory line up with what Bellevue actually delivers. Now, that's a conversation truly worth having before you sign on anything. So after the facts, here's the Bellevue cost of living picture in plain numbers. Living costs run 43% above the national average. Median home price is approximately $1.5 million. Average rent is $2,700 per month. Sales tax is 10.3%. And Washington's zero state income tax saves a $200,000 earner approximately $18,000 per year compared to California. Now, with those numbers out of the way, here are those goodies that I promised you at the beginning of this video. Now, direct message me the word Bellevue and I'll send you our Bellevue relocation breakdown, neighborhood by neighborhood costs for you to know, school district map, and commute zones guide. It's absolutely free, no strings attached. Also, visit the Bellevue City page on our website, theramsgroup.com, which is packed with information for you to get educated. It's also free. All that said, give this video a like if you found value and share it with anyone evaluating a move to Bellevue. Might help them. And that's what they exactly need to see before they commit. Now, my contact information is in the description below. And I've also linked an info-packed relocation guide in the description for you to download. Got any questions? Let's connect and get you situated, shall we?